What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another video. We are halfway through the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass, and I'm going to go ahead and update my predictions since we are halfway there. Things have really changed up, actually, with the amount of DLC tracks that could happen, actually, and including some data mined Mario Kart Tour tracks. So, yeah, this will be very interesting to see what tracks actually will come to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now, I'm not going to put pics on screen, so good luck figuring out the tracks on your own, but I will talk about the Day My Tour tracks, of course, in this video, since they have a good chance of getting in this game. So let's just go ahead and get this started. Let's not waste any more time. And here we go. I'm going based off the leak I saw with the tracks, so let's just go ahead and start this off. So here we go. I did make a video talking about which tracks are available, which I did make, but this is a bit updated, a little more realistic I have right here. So yeah. So first thing we have is Amsterdam Drift. This is a track that is data mined, leaked for the at least by the song, and it's a nice track. That also is an outfit that came with Rosalina and Daisy outfits for both of them, so definitely will be nice. I really wish this game would add outfits and characters, but oh well. Next up we have this for the Fruit Boomerang Cup. That was the first track. Next up we have is DK Summit. DK Summit has been another track that was teased by the banner itself, so this has a very good chance of getting in the game. And also with the what's it called? Shoot, the half pipes that we saw, example being with Maple Treeway and Merry Mountain, Nintendo won't have a way to ruin the track. And this is by far my most wanted track to see in Mario Kart 8, because it is my favorite track in the whole Mario Kart series. So I definitely would love to see this track remade, see how it'll be handled, honestly. So yeah, I can't wait for this track, honestly. Next up we have is a DS track, Airship Fortress. This could really be any place. It seems like there's only one DS track left, so it may not be Airship Fortress, but I definitely think it has a good chance this is in Mario Kart Tour. It could also be Luigi's Mansion. Either one works for me, so yeah, that's an honorable mention, I guess. But it could also be a different DS track based on what we've seen with Snowland, or Snowland. I think that's what it's called, something like that. From Mario Kart Super Circuit, so yeah. And the last one will be a new track from Tour. I'm going to talk more about that later. Alright, moving on to the Boomerang Cup, we have Singapore Speedway. This is another track that was leaked. The track does look really nice. Definitely very interested in seeing this one in the game. The song is just really good, so I'm definitely very interested to see this one. Next up I'm going to predict is DK Mountain. I know it's crazy predicting 2 DK tracks now, but I'm still gonna go with this option. I don't know if it was teased. Some people are saying it's leaked, some saying it isn't, so I don't know if it's a good chance to show up, especially with another song. But I love DK Mountain. Is by far by far my favorite from Mario Kart Double Dash. So I'll be very happy if I get both of these DK tracks. I'm winning, baby. So yeah, but I don't know if it's likely, honestly, but I'll just put it in here just because it is a Mario Kart Tour. It could obviously be a different Double Dash track, so yeah. Next up I'm going to predict is Riverside Park. This is a track that was recently added in Mario Kart Tour not too long ago. The track is alright, but I think this has a good chance of getting in the game, honestly. So the theming is a bit similar to most tracks I'm predicting, but we got a few snow tracks here and there, so I don't think it will be a problem personally, but I don't think there are any rules to that, so yeah. And last but not least, Los Angeles Laps. This track is so pretty, and this is another track that was also leaked as well. So definitely going to be seeing this one as well. Not much to say about this one because I haven't really played most tour tracks. I'm only just there for the soundtrack at this point. Sydney Sprint and Berlin Byways are stuck in my head, by the way. So yeah. Alright, that's the Fruit and Boomerang Cups. Next up we have first is the Cape Cup. We have two new tracks for Tour, which I will talk about later, based on the data mine. For a track that I think will happen though is Koopa Cape. This is another track that was teased not too long ago, so I definitely think we could see this one getting here. This is another fan favorite track, and this is a perfect track for the summer, to be honest, so yeah. Next up we have is another Super Circuit track being Sunset Wilds. This is another track that was teased, and it's a nice track. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Most GBA tracks are hit or miss sometimes. The only exceptions were Snowland and Blue Lake. But I don't know. I would love to see this one. This is like my favorite one in Super Circuit, to be honest. So I would love to see this one come out, besides Ribbon Road, I guess. So I have to see how this one be handled. And yeah, that's that for the Cape Cup. Next we have is the Cherry Cup. First off, we have is Bangkok Rush. This is another track that came with a outfit for Daisy. It does look pretty nice for the background, so I definitely will see this one get in the DLC as well. Another track, speaking of Daisy, I'm going to predict for the next cup being Daisy Cruiser. This is a perfect track to add for the summer, and Daisy Cruiser is by far one of my favorites from Mario Kart Double Dash. Probably my favorite Daisy track, to be honest, only if there's only 3 of them. But yeah, definitely definitely will be great. I think this one was also teased, I believe. I'm not really 100% sure, but I think this one has a good chance of showing up anyway. And for a Super Mario Kart track, thankfully there's only one, is Vanilla Lake. This is a track that was a bit teased as well. It could be a different one. I'd rather get freaking Ghost Valley or whatever than this, but guess we'll have to deal with it. And the last cup will be a new track for Tour, so yeah, definitely gonna predict that. Alright, next up we have the final 2 cups being the Acorn and Shell Cup. The Acorn Cup I'm going to predict is Vancouver Velocity. It will suck I have to wait till the end of the year for this track, because this is by far one of my favorites, and it came with one of my favorite outfits from Rosalina, the Aura dress. But, hey, I wouldn't really complain. It's a great track, so maybe the wait will be worth it. The second track I'm going to predict is Waluigi Stadium. This was a track that was actually planned for Wave 3, but apparently got switched places with Maple Treeway, which I guess I can see why. We literally just got Waluigi Pinball, so maybe we're going to have to wait a bit for Waluigi Stadium. Does suck, we're probably not going to get Wario Coliseum, by far one of my favorites. Nintendo does not like remaking that track, apparently. So, yeah. The other 2 slots are new tracks for Tour, which we'll talk about in a bit, and, for the Shell Cup, one of them I'm going to predict is Dino Dino Jungle. I don't think it will be weird to have 2 of the same courses with the same song, like basically DK Mountain in the DLC. I mean, we kind of see that with Wario Stadium and Waluigi Pinball, so I don't think it will be a problem personally, but we'll see. And 2 new tracks for Tour, of course, and of course, the last track I'm going to end it off with is Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road. This was a track that was added recently Mario Kart Tour. It is only 2 laps, but I'm hoping that doesn't affect it in Mario Kart 8. I don't think it will, but yeah, definitely a great track to end it on, so yeah. Alright, so that's all the tracks I'm predicting. Now there's some data mine Tour tracks I'm going to talk about that we could see in the Booster Course Pass. Now, I don't know all of them, but I will put a link in the description if you want to read the rest of it. And this could easily, and these could have already been announced at the time of this recording. So yeah, I'm a bit stuffy as you can tell. So the prefixes, mob, there are different prefixes. Mob YI, mob MD, mob NU, mob AT, mob OR, mob DK, mob BR, and mob NU. If you don't know what mob, I think mob stands for mobile, which is obviously Mario Kart Tour. So it definitely means that we're probably going to see these tracks in Mario Kart Tour. And I have an idea of which one of these tracks could be. So starting off with mob YI, people are saying this is likely a track based on Yoshi's Island, which would be very interesting to see how it would handled. And knowing this is a good place for the Fruit Cup, honestly, I think this is a good chance of happening. This will be fitting for the Fruit Cup, knowing Yoshi loves fruit. So, yeah. Next up we have is Mob ND. This is likely a city-based track based on another location. So we're definitely going to be seeing that for sure. Other city tracks that will be announced for Tour. They can either be showed off for this game or Tour. It's one or the other. That's just how it's always been, I guess. Next up we have is Mob MU, which is another track that is likely going to get added. I don't know what this one is. This could be another city track or not. I'm not really sure. Next up is Mob AT. I can't really say much about this one. This is probably another new track for Tour. We'll see. Next up is Mob OR, which is a city track we're going to see. And the one that interests me the most was Mob DK. This is likely a Donkey Kong based track. If this is true, boy, that would get me excited. There's no one can really say what the theming will be, if it is based on Donkey Kong Country or not, but oh my god, whatever this is, I'm very excited for, honestly. I hope this comes to Mario Kart 8, whatever this is. This is the one track that interests me the most, so yeah. And Mob BR, which is apparently a bathroom-related track. I'm not sure how this will be handled, but I'm very interested to see. And the last one being Mob NU. Some people are saying it might be an underwater-based track. I can't really say much about that one, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's all the tracks data mine for Mario Kart Tour as of this recording. This could obviously change, and some of these might actually come to Mario Kart Deluxe. This makes me very excited of the DLC in the future, honestly, so yeah. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end things off here. Thank you guys for watching me play. I'm currently playing a game. I'm sorry. Thanks for watching, everyone. Which track are you very excited for? And out of all the Mario Kart Tour leaks, which one interests you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Later, folks.